You know what really gets on my nerves? It's people who have bullshit excuses. It just drives me crazy. People that I love, people that I care about, people that I know that are better than how they speak sometimes. When they don't, when they just make shit up for reasons for limiting beliefs. But I'm going to have a little bit of empathy here. That's kind of the purpose of this video because, even though you may know the right thing, or I may know the right thing or the best thing, it's still my goddamn opinion, which means it may not be their truth. It may not be your truth, but one thing that you should know is that this is very hard to do. And a lot of this has to do with suppressing your ego. It's about essentially realizing how full of shit you are too. Like I'm full of shit. I mean, I can say that I'm right and I know the best way to, accomplish something. But at the same time, as you are confidently speaking this truth or opinion you have, you could be wrong, And I mentioned this because I want to talk about fitness. Or me and my wife were hanging out today. I took the day off and it was kind of nice. We went out to eat, did a workout. And, we were talking about people who we know that have gained some weight. And I really made this really mean joke. I said, so-and-so, says she's eating nothing but white meat, not red meat. And then I said, more like eating a lot of white chocolate, not white meat. And I told her, and she just started laughing. And it was mean. It really was. And it's not nice to be mean, of course. But sometimes I don't know what it is. Maybe, obviously, actually, I do know what it is. I've become just a little bit... my sympathy has gone down significantly for people who are overweight and fat. Or I should say this. My sympathy has gone down for people who are overweight and fat who don't know better, right? People that know, excuse me, let me take it back. People who know better. People who have been skinny before, people who have been in fitness before, but they just let themselves go, and they just make all these excuses for why they can't do what they can do or whatever, and it gets under my skin and drives me crazy. And, but it's funny because I was talking to a friend and, I hear some of her language that it's actually a client. She says it's kind of mean talking about people who are overweight. And I hear how unremorseful it is. And I don't know, like, I'm just a big believer in becoming highly self-reliant. You just got to be able to sniff out your own bullshit, and you got to have good friends, people in your life that can call you out on your bullshit. And I think that's the biggest problem I have with people is that I get on people's fucking nerves. I mean, people who know me, I don't have a lot of close friends, but people that do, I rub people the wrong way. And the closer you are to me, the more I get underneath your skin because I ask very abrasive questions. And a lot of it's because I'm pretty hard on myself and not in a bad way, just hard on myself. And like, I question how righteous I am because, I'm just like anybody else. I run on emotion. I try to be logical. I think I'm logical. I think I know better, but I could be doing the wrong thing. And part of what I'm talking about is sort of like knowing, what you want to accomplish, the thing that you want to do, losing weight or, fitness, is you got to figure out your own goddamn self. Or if you can't figure it out, or you can't lose the weight fast enough, or you can't get your diet on track, or if you can't get to sleep on time, or you can't stop watching pornography, or you can't just like get your shit together, just say the truth, And I think that's what's so hard for people to realize is that the truth is, they say the truth will set you free. That's so cliche. But the truth is, you have to like just let go. You just gotta realize, like, you might have, like, for example, even though I'm very confident with how I'm talking to you in this video, I need to know that there's a part of me that believes that there's still lots of other ways to look at this problem. This problem of, people who have problems losing weight, maybe they do have valid excuses. They have reasons they can't go to the gym, and they have reasons why they can't eat healthy, and they have the reasons why they sleep in. They have reasons why they go to bed late. They have reasons why they're addicted to sugar. They have reasons why they're fucking unmotivated. They have reasons why they work too goddamn much. They have reasons why they have too many kids or too many obligations. And all I hear is I just hear bullshit, you know, and because this is sort of my philosophy in general, I see it in myself. So when I find myself making excuses not to work out, I have this similar dialogue. I'm not going to work out today. I have this thing that I need to do. And I have to say, wait a minute, you can work out for 20 minutes, Ryan. So I kind of have this basically inner coach that's telling me, bro, you're full of shit. Fucking go work out, you know, or, you know, easier with exercise because it's something that you do. Dieting, on the other hand, now I understand why that's difficult, because if there's some fucking good food in front of you and you're hungry, it's kind of hard to stop. But even then, like after you eat too many slices of pizza multiple days in a row, or just eating junk food, or your clothes just start to fit bad, you got to get to the root problem. And the root problem is what you put in your mouth, you know, and it's not just about willpower. It's about setting up your day and life in a way where you're like not having shit around, throwing away all the bad food. I don't know. You got to figure out what works for you. And I just think that like, and this all comes down to one main topic that I kind of wanted to make this video about, which was how to be self-reliant. I mean, like I wrote some notes in my Evernote, and one of the things I want to do is I want to build a big business and I want to grow, right? I want to just do stuff that's so cool, right? And just have fun building these things that I want to build while making a shitload of money doing it. And one of the things that I realize about really people that are good at building big businesses, who are very successful, is they are good at finding people and working with people that get shit done, you know. And that's and you know, and this kind of sounds silly, but if you want to find people that get shit done, you got to be the person that gets shit done. You got to be the person that doesn't make excuses. You got to be the person that executes and gets the work done. I think I wrote down this thing. You need people that get shit done under all circumstances. People who execute, people who just get shit done, and you have to be that person first. You know, you gotta have that mentality, like whatever it is that you're focused on getting, you get it. You find a way to, like, okay, there's something in your way. You're gonna use that obstacle as your advantage, or you're gonna get around it. Maybe it's gonna take a little bit longer, but there's a way around. You're constantly thinking of ways of how to get around that fucking pizza slice and not eat it. You're thinking of ways to figure out how to fit your workout in. You're thinking of ways to just have contingency plans for your bullshit, you know. And that's sort of how I live my life. And to some point I'm like one of those people that's I can't ask for help till a fault, you know. You have to see me almost die, or I might die, because I can't ask for help. In some ways I'm prideful for that, but and I recognize that. I mentioned that, so that could be a fault. But at the same token, one of the things that it does help me is it allows me to just like figure it your own goddamn self. You know, that's kind of how I feel. Like, you know, when my son is asking for his homework and he's trying to figure out how do I do this, and it's like, and I get a little frustrated because I'm an impatient fuck, and that's just how I am, and that's something I need to improve, especially with kids. My 10-year-old child. And, you know, did you try looking up on the internet? How hard have you tried to figure it out on your own? You know, when I talk to people on the internet, people that I'm working with in business, how much work have I done on my side before asking a question? You know, like, you can know a lot about a person by simply what questions they ask. And that's kind of like, in the past, like, I've wanted to hire a coach, right? I wanted coaching, right? And I just found myself figuring out that I'm just asking for permission to succeed, you know, and I don't like that. I want a coach. I want specific, I need to, like, it's got to make sense to me. And because I'm, I guess, arrogant and prideful in some cases, especially with this coaching thing, you know, is I need to, at least with what I'm trying to do, I need to figure out a way to sort of, actually I don't even know where I'm going with that. My point is that I need a coach for the right reason, right? And I think we all need coaching. And I know a big part of me not getting a coach or getting a mentor, actually I do have mentors, and I do have pseudo mentors that I work with, you know, and I'm kind of veering all over the place when I talk about this stuff, but I don't know what I'm going to call this video. I just know that I want you, you're watching or you listening, is that you just like, you know, you find yourself like not making excuses, because here's a reality with excuses is we don't even know we're making excuses, you know. Because I remember talking to my friend of mine who makes a shitload of excuses himself, and I remember talking about why I can't do something, and then he'll say those are excuses, right? And then of course I'll get defensive, you know, and I'll get angry or like a little bit irritated, right? And then after the conversation ends, and I think about it more, it's like, oh yeah, I am making excuses, you know, and you have to get better at catching your own bullshit and then figure out how to like deconstruct what's holding you back, or finding a way to like get through to the place you want to get to, you know, whether for whatever your goal is. And it's just like, man, no matter what, get it done. You know, I think that this is what almost all, when it comes to being self-reliant, okay, being self-reliant, being self-sufficient on your own, you got to know what you want. You have to have a specific goal that is very specific, you know, and understand that a lot of what this has to do with is knowing that you're laser focused. You know, I remember one of these times where it was so intense, where I thought I couldn't accomplish the goal. It was hitting my sales target as a fitness manager for 24-hour fitness. And I haven't hit goal for like ever, right? For like 14 months or something. I was going to get fired. It was clear I wasn't fit for the job. And then I was going to get fired, or I was going to get demoted or whatever. And I just decided, you know what? I got to like try my hardest to hit goal at least once this month, you know, or once in my time. Because if I can't fucking hit goal once, there's no reason for me to do an old dream of mine, which was to open my own gym. I don't care about that anymore, but it was a goal of mine. If I can't hit goal working for 24-hour fitness, I need to figure out a way. I mean, there's no reason for me to open up my own gym because it's going to be harder. So I'd be able to do it with this. It was like $14,000 in sales. I want to say I've done $14,000 in sales in a single month by myself, you know, or at least later on. And you got to remember like that this is what it's all about. Like you want to see how well you can do. I remember just telling myself, you know, what I did was I set this goal. I'm going to hit goal this month. I will go to bed at night, brushing my teeth, had this thing on my Post-it note on the wall, and all I would do, I was like, I'm going to hit goal. I was like, I think it was like $14,000 or $13,000, right? And I had a process. I'm going to do 400 fitness assessments or 300 fitness assessments as a team. And all I would do, talking to all my trainers, I would say, schedule fitness assessment today, schedule fitness assessment today, talk to people. I was just like I was a tyrant, you know? And can you guess what happened? I hit goal. And can you guess what happened the following month after that? I hit goal again. Actually, what happened was I kept my job because he decided that I was up for the job, and I just kept going. Like, you know, so like 14 months, I didn't hit goal once, and then I just decided, and then I was gonna get fired. Right? I was backed into a corner. This is it. And then I said to myself, you know, I'm gonna hit goal, even though I'm gonna lose my job, even though I signed the paper to get demoted already. I'm gonna hit goal. I'm gonna hit goal this month. Doesn't matter because I need to prove it to myself. I hit goal. I keep my job. Next month later, I hit goal, and then pretty much for the next like, I think it was almost 2 years, I hit goal or exceed the budgets for 2 years and make the most amount of money I've ever made in my entire life. You know, and it all started with just like basically focusing in on like accomplishing this target. You know, I had this little frame that I made that, you know, basically had me focused on it. And it's just like, it's kind of like, the thing is like, unfortunately, I had to be put in a position where I had no choice but to succeed. Like something had to push me to get there. And unfortunately, that's sort of what happened to me when I'm in my current business now. You know, I got to a point where like I had no choice. I had to succeed. You know, there was just no way. And that's the problem. And I dislike this so much that often for us to be successful, we have to basically be drowning. You know, the problem is if we were like in the middle, like all our bills are paid, our mortgage is paid, we have a little bit of savings, we have some nice shit, nice cars, we have, you know, weekends off. There's no reason. There's no reason to like go to the next level. I mean, some people can, don't get me wrong, but I have to be honest with you. If you're not struggling, if you're not hungry, there's no reason. I mean, think about this. If you're making a 6-figure salary at a comfortable job where everything feels pretty damn secure, you have benefits, you know, all this kind of stuff, how can you like basically risk all that, right? And I think that's what makes it hard. You don't have to risk all of it, but you have to risk a portion of it. You know, it's easy to get complacent. And God, I've been all over this kind of video as I'm making it, because I was gonna make it only about 10 minutes. But like the things I was gonna talk about, I guess I'll make another video about it later because I like talking about this. Is about being highly self-reliant, about not accepting complacency, being hungry, and what was the other thing? Just getting shit done. You know, being a person that just gets shit done. Under no circumstances do you fail, or you do fail, and then you fucking get up and you do the next thing, or you figure out a contingency plan. There is no failing. There's no time to feel bad. You know, And that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, there's no, I mean, you have a moment where you're like, oh, I scraped my knee, get up, cry a little bit, whatever, get back to fucking work. You know, and sometimes it's hard to get there, but you just kind of have to find a way to remind yourself. And I think I found something. It's called the Pavlok. It's like a little shock thing. I just bought it on eBay, so I'll show it to you guys. It's gonna be pretty funny. Buzz myself. Get it on Saturday. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you're one of the 3 to 5 people at the end of this video, I want to tell you I appreciate you. If you got a question, you got a comment, please feel to let me know. And maybe I don't have to be all over the place when I talk, because that's what happens. I'm like fucking like I want to talk about something or whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.